My palms are sweating.
Okay.
Walao.
Hey guys, welcome back. Now, if you've seen my video a few weeks ago, I actually reviewed the Jabra Elite 85H. Now, as you know, we really liked it. And I'm still holding on to it, by the way. But yeah, so Jabra actually reached out and they said that they have another pair of earphones that they wanted me to try out. And it is actually this. Now, it's obviously not this is inside the casing. This is the Jabra Elite 65T. Now, before we talk about this, I want to introduce you to a very good friend of mine. This is Shayne. Okay, now if you're wondering why she's here, now when it comes to these sort of earphones, these are what we call true wireless earphones. So the box is like this, right? So this is what the box looks like. Now these are the ones where the left and right earphones are not connected by a wire. And really the one good use about this is really that you don't have the wire and it's good for running and all that, right? So two issues that I have with this kind of earphones. Number one, I'm basically just not a fan of the form factor. And I'm not a fan of the audio quality. No matter how good they can possibly be, I still prefer over-the-ear headphones, which is obviously why I like the Jabra Elite 85H. But the other reason, obviously, is I'm not very physically active. Yeah, and Shayne here is. Actually, speaking of which, Shayne, why don't you tell our viewers what you do for a living?
I actually work with a team of physiotherapists.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a sports therapist. So we work closely to see people with any musculoskeletal conditions. Those are like your bone, joint, muscle, like your ankle sprains, ACL tear, some who have gone through surgeries. We also see those with cardiopulmonary conditions, which is your heart-lung conditions.
Okay, cool. So the services that you provide, are they like in the clinic or do you go to the customer or the client? And
okay. Well, actually, our core service is actually mobile or home visits. So we have seen people at home, at our office or condo gym. I've seen people in the field, in the rain, like basically anywhere that's convenient or even very sport specific or comfortable for the patients.
So you actually go to the patients wherever they are and you can do your physio or whatever needs to be done.
Yep.
That's quite cool. I don't know a lot of places that do that, but yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Well, anyway, if you guys want to know more about this, I'll put a link to their website in the video description below. But anyway, back to this. So Shayne has been holding on to this for how long?
About 6 weeks or so.
6 weeks?
Yep.
Yeah. So luckily for this one, like if you remember the Jabra Elite 85H that Jabra sent over to me, it was quite fortunate and a coincidence that I happened to be going to Vietnam at the time. So I managed to test it out on the plane. Well, obviously that has active noise cancellation. This one does not. But on the flip side, because it's so small, it doesn't hinder too much when you sit on the plane seat and all that. And I believe you actually use it on the plane. Where did you go?
Yes, I did. I actually went to KL. So it was a short trip, but it was a wonderful trip.
Nice. Okay, but yeah, so she got the chance to use it on the plane. Maybe we talk first about comfort-wise, because I guess that's one of the supposed benefits of this kind of earphones. In fact, before you do that, I haven't opened this yet. Anyway, and I remember you mentioning like it's not as easy to open as some others, right? So when I clip it, if I were to use my nail, I can't really get in. You really have to put a bit of force to open it. Which is that a really big deal or?
Yeah, so it's like when you close it and open it, right? You see that there's like a line here. So most of the time when you see this kind, you just thought like, okay, I just use that as a leverage and open it up. But I was like, oh no. I can't open it and I was afraid I was going to break it, right? Then I realized over time that you actually have to like put a firm pressure down, then you clip it open, which became easier. But for a start, I might have...
Yeah, just for the first time. And I realized that if you keep using a nail, you might actually start to damage the casing.
Yes.
So yeah, if you do get this, don't use your nail, just open it this way. But anyway, so these are the earphones. Obviously very small form factor compared to the over-the-ear headphones that I prefer, and I still do. Did they feel very heavy in your ears?
No. Actually, I really like it because it's very comfortable. The surfaces are very smooth. So at first when I looked at it, it looked a bit bulky and big. I'm like,
Yeah,
but
it does
it actually fits very nicely.
Talking about comfort when you're on the plane, I mean, other than on the plane, I'm guessing you use it at work? Or do you use it on the way to work? Or, oh wait, no, you drive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you drive, so
I
you
use
don't.
it when I run, I guess. When I play sports, run, or sometimes like even when I'm just doing some household chores, I'll just put it in my ears, play a show, play my music, and that's why I actually really like this kind of in-ear ones. It's light, it's comfortable, I can use it regardless of what I'm doing. It doesn't mess up my hair.
I wouldn't know anything about that, but but okay, actually one thing about the battery that I forgot to mention. So I mentioned that you got 5 hours of battery, but the casing is also sort of a power bank, and if you can see here, there is a USB port. It's a micro USB port.
Yep.
So this on full charge gives you about 2 full separate chargers. So that ultimately gives you about 15 hours of battery life, which is not bad. Okay, so the next thing is, okay, for me, I'm very particular about audio quality. All right, regardless of the form factor or ease of use or anything, the most important thing to me, especially when you pay a lot of money, and we'll talk about the price later, audio quality is really important to me. Now, you mentioned that you also have like those cheap.
Yeah. So
True
before
wireless,
I had the
right?
honor of trying this branded ones, right? I actually have a couple really cheap brandless ones off the internet because I wanted something that was like, you know, easy to use, right? I would say if you are comparing the comfort and the audio quality, this one wins hands down.
Okay.
But of course, after that, when we talk about other features, then I'll actually put in some comparisons.
Okay. This one does have extra, what do you call this? Ear plugs? Ear cushions? I don't know. Anyway. And they are, so they are different sizes. So it's not just a mere replacement, which is cool. In terms, like you said, in terms of audio quality, this beats it hands down. I agree. It's really good.
Yep. What I liked about my old earphones, my own earbuds, right?
That's right.
You can use it separately.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so if you look at my right ear here, I actually have an extra stud. So for those with an extra stud here, it might not be comfortable to actually fit this in, depending on the size, of course, and the shape of ears, the size of your stud. But when I tried this on, it's okay for a short while, but if I wear it for too long, it gets a bit painful. Okay, so I mean but that's just my personal problem, right?
But it doesn't cause the one side to drop out, right? It still stays.
It doesn't. It still stays, but it's just a bit uncomfortable after a while.
And so the thing is, your other cheap one, right? You can actually use them independently.
Yes, so that's something that I actually like, because sometimes you might be on a call, or but you still have to be alert about other things. So you just want one side. For this, I can't use it on one, or like if you want to share it with someone, you can as well.
Yeah. Correct. The thing about this is that, okay, so it does have the ability to use one of them, but not them separately or independently. So let's say, for example, if we were on a bus and we wanted to watch something, I can't actually give her one side and give me one side. It just won't work. One side will work, the other side won't work. Only the right side works on its own, which is...
And the left side has to be inside the casing.
Yes, the left one has to be inside. The minute you take it out, it's not going to work. I don't understand why they do that.
So basically, when we tried it, we had to, like my friend and I, it's like we are watching it like that. Logically, usually we'll like either have one on the other side.
Left on yours, right on mine, right?
So the axis of connection must be the same. So once I shift my head a little bit, the video stops, the sound stops.
Yeah, I do not understand why that's the case. I really think that there should be a way to do it. And if any one of you actually has this, and if there is a way to actually get them to work independently, I couldn't get it to work. We checked online. There doesn't seem to be a way to get it done online. But it doesn't, just flat out doesn't work. Yep. And I think that's very disappointing. Now, actually what I did was when I passed it over to Shayne to use, I didn't tell her the price, and I did that on purpose because I don't want the price to influence what you thought about the earphones. If you go on Lazada, you can actually get it, I think at about 230, 240 Singapore dollars, by the way. The price of this may vary depending on where you're from. Now that you know the price, considering what you like about it, what you don't like about it, I usually what I'll ask is, will you buy this? But I didn't know the answer for it as a no, right? But it might not be fair because your priorities are a bit different. So even a cheap one is still truly wireless. It still doesn't drop out. So, but the thing is, for the focus of this, I think really is the fact that you get really good audio quality. It's got a good form factor. It doesn't weigh. I mean, yes, it's very small, but there are some where after a while you keep using them, you start to feel it.
Yep.
And we did some filming of the B-roll downstairs, running around, doing some jumps. It did not drop even once. And I put it on as well. It fits very well. And the thing is that we've got obviously very different size ears.
Really?
And yeah, no issue at all. It didn't drop out. That was really good. I would like to see active noise cancellation.
Yes.
I think that would be really nice. But I think this is actually not that new. I think it's almost a year old already. So at that time, I don't think there were that many with active noise cancellation, if any at all. Okay, so now if I were to tell you 1 out of 5 stars, how would you rate this?
I mean, personally, I have very different priorities compared to most people, right?
Yep.
I would say I would just give it maybe a 3.5. Yeah, because also what I like about it is the comfort, how snug it feels. The audio quality is better. What I don't like about it is that I can't use them independently. It is not noise cancelling, so I can still hear quite a lot of noise around. You mentioned something about something that you found very uncomfortable. What was it? Okay. So although it's comfortable, it fits well, but if it's a sports earbud, right? What I would expect is that like it doesn't allow, like if people usually perspire a lot. And for me, when I run, I really do perspire a lot. So what I don't like about it is that sometimes the sweat seeps in. So firstly, it gets a bit uncomfortable, like a bit itchy, wet. Secondly, when that happens, with every jerk, with every step I take, you can hear the water suction sound. Yeah, so that's a bit annoying. Okay. Then I have to like stop, clean. Okay, a couple of things I can take out from this. One is it's possible that it could be an issue with the ear plug, whatever you call this. That's true. Yeah, so unfortunately we didn't get a chance to test that out, but we're not sure. But I think that's an important point. Okay. The other thing is, it still impresses me in a way. The fact that the sweat comes in and you can hear it, it still doesn't drop out. That's true also. Yeah, I think that might be due to, can we pull this out again? It might be. It could be the shape of my ears, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think the way, so the design obviously is really good. The fact that it's wet, that means the entire earphone is not hinging on this. Yep. So it's this entire thing that fits there so that no matter what, it's not going to drop out. So that is actually a design feature that's quite impressive. So, but yeah, the sweat thing, I'm not quite sure what exactly was the issue. It could be just, you might need something bigger. The size could be the shape of my ears, might not be the buds, or it could be a minor design flaw. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's a good point. For me, I think, even though I have different priorities from you, like audio quality, and I still think audio quality wise, I have not heard true wireless earphones that have better quality. I know there are some now, but like I said, it's a year old, so there have been some other brands that have come in after that, so it might not be fair to compare because they're newer. But in terms of this one, right now, I haven't heard anything better, so that's really good. I would actually give it a 3.5 as well. Jabra is actually going to be releasing the 75T very soon. Yeah, next year. We are filming this now in December. If it's not out already, I think in some countries it might be out already, but in Singapore, it's only coming in a couple of months. So based on that, some of you will be thinking, why are you reviewing this now when the new one is coming out? Now, the reason why is this. Now, this is common for any company, doesn't matter where. Whenever you have a successor to a model, the predecessor, which in this case is this one, will be cheaper. So the question is, if let's say that were to happen, so they release the 75T, my guess is they might add active noise cancellation. I don't know. But if they do, and this price were to drop, do you think this would be better value then? Depends on how much. Yeah, depends on how much. My guess is, and I have no evidence to support this, but my guess it will be in the lower 200s, so maybe below 200. Like right now on Jabra it's 298, Jabra website. On Lazada, you can get for close, just slightly above 200, 218, 228, that kind of thing. So once that happens, when they try to clear stock of this, I'm guessing that it might be 1718 maybe. When it comes to that price, then I would say actually it'll be quite worth it. The reason why I say 3.5 and not higher, and one thing is because of the price. And if let's say it went down to that price, I would easily give it a 4 out of 5. Two things that you can do: either wait for the 75T and get that one, or wait for the 75T to come out and then buy this one. So yeah, like I said, I don't know whether it has active noise cancellation, but if it does, then you can decide whether that's important or if you just want. Because audio quality wise, still very good. Okay, that one definitely, no doubt. Anyway, anything else you want to add in? I think it's pretty good. Aesthetically, whether you're in nice fashionable clothes or whether you're a sports person, I think it appeals to both populations. Yeah, that's a good point. It's got, and I like the navy color. It has black as well. I like contrasting colors. That is true. So like the blue and the gold. Or wait, is that bronze? Maybe bronze. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I think that's it. Shayne, thank you so much for joining us. I think if I were to review another one, I think you will be our official true wireless tester. All right. Ken? All right, steady. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, you know what to do. And I would love it if you would subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to receive notifications on our next video. I'm JP, this is Shayne. We'll see you real soon.